Welcome back, guys. We're going to be working on some planting today. I've got my cabbages and cauliflower plants that are ready to go in. I started them from seed in February. So let's get these going. I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do this bed cauliflower this year. I think I had here zucchini last season. So we're going to do some cauliflower. Hopefully these, I'm going to have to really keep my eye on these throughout the season because of slugs, and I haven't had really a lot of success in planting these. So I'm going to have to really keep my eye on them, keep the keep the best pesticides on them, slugs away. So what I usually do is I do a little bit of blood meal when I do my planting, and a little bit granular fertilizer, just a little bit. I'll mix that in. Let's get these done. This is cauliflower. I forgot the name of the particular plant, but it's cauliflower, so I think it's going to be really good out here. Hopefully they do well. Actually, this is the first time I've actually tried to plant these here. Usually plant them in the back of the yard, but these are going to have to get a little more sun, and hopefully they do better here. Get some blood meal, granular fertilizer. I've planted cabbage before. Cauliflower would be the first time for me. That I've never done yet. So this would be first time planting some cauliflower. Zucchini did very well here. So I'm hoping that these do well here as well. Alright. This is a little small. Hopefully this one can make it through. We're supposed to get some rain today too, so I'm doing really good. And the weather's starting to warm up a little bit. These are cold hardy plants, so they'll take a little bit of a cold. They'll take some cold. And March is I think a good time to start sowing. Hopefully they'll get to size by May, and I can have some kind of a harvest maybe. I always had a tough time starting these from seed. They quite never made it through for some reason. Every time I started them in the house, they had a hard time getting started. So I think these are going to do well. Alright, so let's water these real quick. Then I'm going to shock. We're going to have some rain also, but you should always water your plants in. Just so that they don't go into shock. I know the slugs are going to be after these, so I got some slake bait that I'm going to put around these plants as well, because these slugs are going to be on them. And hopefully I can keep them off until they get nicely grown and be able to take some punishment from the bugs. Okay, so let's go get the cabbages next. All right. Now this is the quick start cabbage. That I remember the name of. The other ones I'm not sure. But this is a quick start cabbage, and I've had cabbages here before. But many seasons ago. I'm going to give it another shot here. I've been planting cabbages maybe 2-3 seasons, and only one season I actually had a harvest I can get out of this. You know, so kind of stopped growing cabbage because, you know, it wasn't really doing well. But I'm going to try it again. Got better seedlings. This is quick start cabbage. And I added compost to all the beds here. And I added compost just before the video to this bed. At least 2 inches of compost have gone on this bed so far. And that should be really good for them. They like that composted soil. So have a lot of nutrients to get started. Blood meal. And we're trying to beat the rain because it's supposed to rain around here just around 2 o'clock. So we're trying to beat the rain. Okay, on to the next. And I've got three cabbage plants that I'm going to be putting in containers. I don't think I'm going to do potatoes this season. So I'm going to use those containers to put in a couple, you know, cabbage plant in each one of them, and then see what happens there. But this is some good compost. I think they'll do well here. Like that. Just worried about the slugs that are going to be starting to come up soon. That's going to be a battle to keep them off. Let's get this one here. Close here. All right. All right. Now these here, these 2 cabbages, I transplanted from the bed where I planted the cauliflowers. Well, they were there. I transplanted them from that bed to this one, and I started these actually last season. Started them. November of last year, and so I've transplanted them here, and hopefully they don't go into shock and give me, at least, you know, see what happens with these. So we'll see what happens with those later in the season.